Hello students, welcome to the class. Today we are going to study a new concept, that is catalysis. Previously we have covered with the basic introduction for your adsorption, types of adsorption, the differences between them, and then we covered Freundlich adsorption followed with some applications for adsorption. So today we will be studying a complete new concept, that is catalysis. So before we go to the term of catalysis, what is its definition, you all have come across this term catalysis. Now let me try to make this concept a little more interesting by beginning with an example. The distance between Mumbai to Pune is around 500 kilometers. Approximately, not 500, sorry, it's approximately around 200 kilometers. Now we can have two possible ways. One is a spiral way which we travel through the Western Ghats, and the second is a tunnel highway. So we have two ways to travel from Mumbai to Pune. One could be a spiral highway and the other could be a tunnel highway. Now this tunnel highway will be around 2 hours distance, whereas if you want to travel using the spiral way, using the spiral road, it will be around some 5 hours. Okay, so when we try to apply the same logic using the term of catalysis, let us see what we can think about. So this would be a graph, this would be your potential energy, this is your reaction coordinate. Now, in a chemical reaction, when we talk about a chemical reaction, a reaction which is at a higher activation energy, when it is at a higher activation energy, it needs to pass through higher energy barriers. But when we have a catalyst or when we make use of a catalyst, we can have the same products or we can reach to the same end of the product but having less activation energy. Now here you can observe, when I use a catalyst, my energy of activation is less, whereas when I am performing the same experiment without a catalyst, this is my energy of activation. Okay, so that is how we make use of catalyst. So talking about the Mumbai-Pune analogy, we can say that a catalyst is nothing but it gives you a shortcut, it acts an option as a shortcut for a reaction. So here we can see, in a reaction which has higher energy of activation, it needs to cross through many energy barriers, many higher energy barriers. But if I make use of a catalyst, it will change the entire pathway which will encounter smaller energy barriers. In the same way, in chemistry, we make use of catalysts to perform a reaction at an appreciable speed. To perform any reaction at an appreciable speed, we make use of a catalyst. Now, by definition, how will we define a catalyst? So, a catalyst is that substance which alters the rate of the reaction without itself being used. So always remember, a catalyst is never going to get used or consumed in the reaction. It just alters or changes, increases the rate of the reaction. What if it would have reacted? If it would have reacted or if it would have got consumed, then it would be a reactant. Now, this entire process is nothing but it is called as catalysis. Now, in chemistry, the catalysts are divided into two. One is a positive catalyst and one is a negative catalyst. Now, what could be a positive catalyst? A positive catalyst is one which increases the rate of the reaction. So, a positive catalyst is one which increases the rate of reaction by lowering the energy of activation. So a positive catalyst increases the rate of reaction by lowering the energy of activation. Okay, so to give you an example over here, I can quote the example of decomposition of H2O2. Decomposition of H2O2 in the presence of platinum. In the presence of platinum gives us 2H2O plus O2. So this is decomposition of hydrogen peroxide takes place in the presence of platinum catalyst. Next we have is a negative catalyst. Now negative catalyst is again opposite of your positive catalyst. A positive catalyst increases the rate of the reaction, whereas a negative catalyst, it decreases the rate of reaction. So negative catalyst decreases the rate of reaction. Now how does this catalyst decrease the rate of reaction? It decreases the rate of reaction not by lowering the energy of activation, but what it does, it rather reacts with the reactant molecules, thereby decreasing the number of colliding molecules. Okay, so it interacts or it reacts with the reactant molecules, thereby decreasing the number of colliding molecules. Now we have a same example over here, that is decomposition of H2O2 is slowed down by using catalyst, that is acetanilide. Okay, so when I make use of the catalyst acetanilide, my decomposition of H2O2 is going to decrease, whereas platinum catalyst, it increases the rate of reaction, whereas acetanilide, it decreases the rate of the reaction. Now further in this concept we come across two other terms. They are called as promoters and poisons. Now promoters are one such substances which are added along with the catalyst. So along with your catalyst, a promoter is added to enhance the reactivity or to enhance the activity of the catalyst. To increase or enhance the activity of the catalyst, we use promoters. Now how are these promoters going to act? So these promoters, they create an unevenness. Unevenness means that is they create imperfections which thereby make many active centers on the surface of where the adsorption will happen or where the adsorption will take place. So as these active centers increase, the activity of the catalyst will also increase. So a promoter, it increases the active centers on the catalyst and thereby the efficiency of the catalyst is also increased. An example for a promoter could be the use of molybdenum, which acts as a promoter, and iron, which acts as a catalyst. It's okay. So in Haber's process we make use of iron catalyst, wherein molybdenum acts as a promoter to the catalyst iron. Okay, so thereby the molybdenum, it increases the efficiency of iron catalyst. The next term that we study here is poisons. Now promoters are one which enhance the activity of the catalyst. Poisons are the opposite. They decrease the efficiency of the catalyst. So poisons decrease the efficiency of the catalyst, but how do they do it? The active centers that are on the surface, they block all these active centers. So once these active centers are blocked, the efficiency of the catalyst is reduced. In contact process, in contact process, there are two poisons, that is H2S and CO, both act as poisons for ion catalyst. So in the promoters we have molybdenum, which enhances the activity of ion catalyst, and in poisons we have H2S and carbon monoxide, which decrease the activity of the ion catalyst in the contact process. Pause.